Hello everyone, we are Group 4 of the World School International Forum, focusing on consumption and how to reduce food waste on this level. We challenge ourselves with finding one practical and realistic call to action that could be realized in every country across the world.
So what do we mean when we say focusing on consumption? Consumption is the fourth stage of the materials economy, which is a system used to describe the processes a product goes through. Consumers is a term used to describe the people who buy the product, so our presentation is primarily directed to the general public. It is clear that consumption is a stage which has a serious impact on the amount of food waste produced. Schools, homes and restaurants are all included under the term consumers.
For this presentation, we are assuming that food waste is any waste that is produced in relation to food. This means that everything from uneaten food to the fuel used to transport it could be classified as food waste.
Next part is global situation and problems. Every year, there are 1.3 billion tons of food is wasted. For example, in France, one person wastes about 20 kilograms of perfectly edible food every year, and in India, one person wastes about 116 kilograms. So, whatever country you live, there are a lot of food waste every year. This can be easily seen at the production stage. But the real problem lies in the lack of awareness. The places we go to and live every day is making a lot of food waste, both in homes and restaurants.
When restaurants usually prepare food for customers, they tend to prepare too much food and bigger portions. So many leftovers will be then thrown away and wasted every day. It also happens during celebrations like in India, because in India celebrations are a common thing, and they produce a lot of food. Furthermore, in some countries like China and France, taking the leftover food from the restaurants is considered impolite.
In most houses, people buying food without any meal plans or even a shopping list. This leads to impulse buying, which means they are taking more food than they really need most times. Furthermore, if they see promotional items like, for example, 2 for the price of 1 or 25% off deals, they will take advantage of the lower prices even if it means over-shopping. It also represents an important loss of money.
But people don't always understand they are making a lot of food waste.
In fact, they don't even know how much food waste is produced every year.
So as you can see from the facts we have just told you, the real problem lies in the lack of awareness.
Our world is more connected than ever before. With the internet and social media, information travels in the blink of an eye. Our group plans to utilize this principle with our call to action, the Clean Plate Movement. The Clean Plate Movement is designed to raise awareness about wasteful habits and food waste. We plan to begin the Clean Plate Movement in 2 areas: schools and social media. In schools, we can raise a generation of children to be mindful of their wasteful habits. To do this, delegates will meet with school officials to implement programs that incentivize wasting less in a fun way. We plan to use social media to influence teenagers and adults alike. Through movements such as #CleanPlate, we can accomplish this goal.
One of the major benefits for this call to action is that there are little to no resources needed for this to work. The only resource that is truly needed for this to work is manpower. The costs are also very low and require no funding or investment. The call to action has potential to last for a very long time. It also has a very broad-based audience and is relevant to people of all ages. After a successful hashtag, we could broaden our base, for example, starting an Instagram page or even starting other hashtags, for example, #NoPlastic.
But as you know, every project has some difficulties. To our project, one of the difficulties is that we need to get people interested of us. We need to gain a lot of followers on social media to become a trend. We need to become a trend to make our message effective. We could also use some celebrity help to spread our message to everyone. Other thing is that we need manpower. We need manpower to update social media, spread our ideas, and talk to school officials. It can be hard if people aren't aware enough of what they're signing up for. But the hardest part is that we cannot control what people think. It's hard to change their opinions or habits.
So, how do we overcome these difficulties? First, us organizers will be following the accounts and web pages and popularizing it among our friends and family. We'll also be reaching out to celebrities asking them to join our project, and there is a good chance that they will say yes because it is for a good cause. To overcome the problem of getting manpower and changing or controlling people's minds is to educate children. If we reach out to schools and talk about problems as food waste, using games or seminars from a young age group, we can educate children and also earn the support from their parents and their teachers.
So next we're going to talk about the examples that we are using. One of the major examples we can see all around us in World School itself. The World School games that we play, where we do not waste food. The entire team, the number of people are divided into 4 teams, and the team that gets the minimum amount of food waste wins. This can be used for small children in schools, and so therefore the habit of food wastage, of not wasting food, can be inculcated at a small age. Most of us have Instagram or any other social media site, and that way we can reach out to teenagers and young adults. So we have an Instagram page which is called The Clean Plate Movement, where we post things about clean plates. So it's a before and after picture where we show the first picture is what food we have taken, and the after picture is there's no wastage. This is how we would like to spread awareness in young adults and also teenagers. For older adults and other senior citizens, we would like to use other forms of social media such as Facebook. And one thing common for all would be the volunteering campaigns, the posters, newspapers, flyers, and television. Why would this work? Firstly, social media is a site where most of us use. So therefore, it can reach out to maximum amount of people. It also reaches out to various age groups such as children, young adults, and older citizens. That way, it reaches out to as many people as possible.
It is clear that from the research that we have conducted, that the main thing that you can do right now is participate in social media and community events involving food waste. Collectively, we can visit local schools and talk to their officials about food waste and education for students. Raising a population that cares about food waste will take time. However, if we sustain this, then we can continue to keep people concerned about food waste.
Lack of awareness is a major issue that almost all countries have in common. But as we have just shown you, it is a very simple solution that anyone can contribute to. We, as the World Schools delegation of 2018, are making the first step towards a brighter, less wasteful future, and we would like you to join us. You can help us do this by participating in social media trends which would benefit our food and waste situation. We believe that schools can help fix this situation by engaging kids in fun games and activities that would spread a positive message regarding food and waste. While these solutions are local and will take time to implement, we can continue to implement them across countries in order to raise the population's awareness regarding food and waste. Now, before we leave you, I'm going to ask you one simple yet very important question. Why did the chicken cross the road?
I'm not too sure, Jay. Why is that?
Because it saw food waste on the other side. That could have been your food waste. That could have been a dead chicken. Think about the consequences of your actions. Hashtag Chicken Lives Matter. Hashtag Clean Plate. Thank you.
The seminar here I've seen everyone work to their fullest potential, and I've seen the way that different countries work together and the ways that everyone can really make an impact, even if it's 40 seconds talking in a presentation, that everyone is really communicating their best, trying their best, and really showing the world what we can do, why we're World School, and why we're here.